My name's Kyro. I'm a sponsored skateboarder from the San Francisco Bay Area, and today I'm gonna teach you how to do a frontside pop shove it. Yes, a frontside pop shove it. I know, I'm very excited as well. Okay, so this is week number 7? Are we on week number 7?
I think so.
No, this is week number 8. We made it to week number 8 of the boot camp. Welcome to week number 8. I hope you guys had an absolute blast learning all of the tricks from week number 7, which is a lot of tricks. I think if you added them up, you're at like 25 or even more tricks than that. So I hope you're getting them all. If you need any extra help, let me know. Leave it in the comments below. We got you. We're all over this. Okay, so the frontside pop shove it is similar, but not similar to the regular pop shove it. And I'll explain that in very thorough detail here in a minute. So the frontside pop shove it, your front foot is on the board just like that, and your back foot is back here in that back tail. Essentially on this trick, you're popping down and shoving forward with your back foot and leaving your front foot on there. That's your point of control, that front foot, and then putting it down after it pops and lands. Okay, so here is the first practice step of the frontside pop shove it. Practice step number 1, you can do this with me, live studio audience at home. Are they live? No, they're not live. They're on the YouTubes. Okay, so stand away from the board, your front foot is off, your back foot is on that tail, pop down, shove it forward, and just make it do the shove it. That's it. Off the board, nice and easy. Just make it do that shove it. Do that 5, 10, 15, 20 times. Maybe spend 20 minutes. The whole point of all of these is to build in the muscle memory. It's repetition. You're getting really good at that so that then you can go on to the next step, which is put your front foot on there. This is practice step number 2. Front foot on the board, back foot in position, pop it, shove the board, step off with your back foot, land with your front foot only. Pop, shove, step off with your back foot, land with the front foot only. You got that. Pop, shove, step off with the back foot, land with the front foot only. So this is a very key, important, vital step, and I'm going to explain why. Your front foot on the shove it, any pop shove it, just like the regular pop shove it and the front shove, is your control point. On this one, it is very common for your board to spin and go like that, and for you to land primo just right there. So the way that you get around that is keeping your front foot on there. It's almost as if your board kind of pivots in the air along your foot, just kind of like this, shoosh. But your front foot is so close to the board the whole time that if it ever starts to go this direction or that direction, well, your front foot is right there to keep it flat. And then you put your front foot down and then your back foot. So the only difference between practice step number 2 and a full land is that you're just going to pop it, shove it, bend your back knee, and land with your front foot first, then your back foot. So the weight transfer on this trick, it goes from your back foot. So you're standing with the majority of your weight on your back foot, you're gonna pop it down and forward and then jump. You're always gonna be jumping off your back foot, and then your board is gonna go around, keep your front foot close, and then transfer your weight from the back to the front foot, and now you're gonna land on your front foot and then put your back knee down. So you can go, oh, well, you need to jump really high, you need to do this, that, the other thing. Not really. You really just need to get the actual motions of the trick down, pop it, shove fast, keep your front foot on, and bend your back knee. Because if you have the motions of the trick down, the board will do what you want it to do underneath you, and then you just simply bend your back knee to lift your feet up. Another way to do it is, yes, you can jump, and sure, you're going to need to jump to do this trick a bit, but I don't want you to focus too much on like, oh, I need to have the world's highest jump and be working out and all of that kind of stuff in order to do a front shove. You don't necessarily need to. You just need to get down the exact correct motions, which practice step number 1 and 2 will really, really help you. So if you're doing the trick and you're having a hard time, move back to practice step number 2. And if you're having it too hard of a time with that, move back to practice step number 1. And if you're having too hard of time with all of it, move back to the earlier trick, pop shove it. And then you can kind of just keep going back down that ladder until you were doing really good, and then learn that trick really well, and then learn every trick up that stair set of tricks all the way until you get on and on and on and on and on. And that's the whole point of this series. That's why this is video number 8. and these are all a series, and these go together because the better you get all those earlier tricks, the better. And again, and I'm going to try my very best to reiterate this in every video. So you go out and you're like, okay, I'm on week number 8. I'm learning the front shove. Spend some time rolling around, spend some time turning. I've been skateboarding myself for 28 years, and every time I go, I ride around, I do some turns, I get the feel of my skateboard and just roll around just a little bit, and then I do some ollies, I do some frontside 180s, backside 180s, pop shove, front shove, and then I'll roll into heel flip, kick flip. This is a little warm up, right? But for you, if you're learning that trick newly, make sure you're doing those earlier tricks. Even all the 10 steps of riding, just keep it going. You might be thinking, Aaron, we're so far beyond that. But if you do those every time you go out, trust me, your skateboarding is going to get a little better and a little better and a little better every time. And then by the end of the series, you'll have mastered the basics. So one more thing that I want to point out in terms of that is we're trying to take you up to this. That is a very complicated, complex trick with lots of movements and lots of motions. If we were a scientist like Bill Nye the Science Guy and we were to break down every motion involved in a kickflip, I bet you we could take it to at least 50, maybe even 100 different, tiny, minute, different motions with your foot. So what I'm trying to do is give you the earlier, easier ones to improve your ability to move this thing, your skateboard, so that when you get to the kickflip, you can do it. That's the point of the trick ladder. That's the point of this series. I hope you guys are having an absolute blast learning how to skateboard with me on YouTube with the boot camp. Some things that can go wrong on the frontside shove it are you pop, you lift your front foot too high off the board, it goes primo. Another one is that you shove it too hard and your board over rotates or it under rotates. On any of those, go back to practice step number 2 and repeat it as many times as necessary. Do it a bunch of times. Give it a bunch of attempts just going back and forth, just getting as many times that board shooting around as possible. Keep that front foot on, take your back foot off, get that pop, get that scoop, get that board moving, and you got this. The more times you're practicing, the better. I cannot emphasize that enough. We're trying to build a whole system here because there are literal thousands of skateboard tricks, and for a brand new skater, you just step on and you're just like lost in the sea of like, where do I start? What do I do? So I'm trying to be some sort of a guiding light in that where I can shine the flashlight and say, this trick next. Learn it, it will help you. And then after that, this trick next. So that includes week number 8 of the boot camp. I hope you guys are having an absolute blast. If any of you are having trouble with any of these tricks, join Braille Army Plus, send me a direct message. You can hit me up on the Discord right on there. You can send me your videos, comments, questions, concerns, and I will send you either videos back or messages back and help you through it. I'm trying to build out a whole platform where we have all of the coaching available. So on not only on the whole trick itself, but on each separate practice step, you can send in a video and say, hey, am I doing this practice step correctly? And then a skateboarder who knows all of the tricks will coach you through that and take you through so you can learn all of the basic tricks and then keep going through the intermediate, advanced, pro, and get as good as you want to get at skateboarding. I think skateboarding is an absolute blast. This piece of wood with these wheels and these piece of metal holding on the wheels has absolutely changed my life, and I hope that it changes your life too. So get a skateboard, get out there and get shredding and have an absolute blast. Check out all those videos right there. Subscribe, like, leave a comment below. I really love to hear your guys' feedback in the comments, so leave it in the comments below. And you, yes you, learn to ride a skateboard. We have everything you need at brailleskateboarding.com.